Hello and welcome to Benue Television News at 9. My name is Mercy Upa. The headlines: Clergy encourages Christians to lean on God. Federal launches agri project in Biosand from the forest in Tendai in Ethiopia landslide. Christian believers have been reminded of the importance of consistently turning to God for sustenance rather than opting for wrongly acquired riches. A child evangelist, Master Tumuti David, gave the reminder as part of the Children's Month celebration at NKSTUTA in Makudi, the Benue state capital. Master Tumuti said God has promised in the scriptures to provide rest to those who seek Him. Margaret Abba has more of the report.
Master Tumute emphasized his sermon during the Sunday service that Christians should cultivate the habit of relying on God, not only in times of trouble, but at all times. The young preacher stated that God is inviting Christians to come to Him, assuring them that He will give them rest. He pointed out that regardless of the challenges they face, God is always ready to answer their prayers and provide the needed rest. The preacher warned believers not to take God's rest as an opportunity to cancel sins, urging the faithful to follow the example of Jesus Christ, who lived without sin despite his position as the Son of God.
I'm advising all Christians around the world that they should come to the Lord. They should surrender everything to Him so that He will give them rest, so that He will accept them into His holy home. We should invite the invitation now, but there is no time. The end of the world is at hand.
The coordinator of the children's ministry at NKSTUTA, Elder Daniel Dam, explained that Children's Month of Celebration was an annual event where children usually engage in all activities of the day's service. He appealed to the parents to involve their children in the things of God and to spend quality time with them.
Parents too should spend time with their children, teaching them the word of God. The same way we spend money on education, we should be able to find time, create time for them. If we don't have, we should employ a pastor that will be training our children, because that is the greatest inheritance we can give unto our children.
The Bible reading was taken from the book of Matthew chapter 11 verse 28, which states, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." In a related development, the resident pastor of NKST, Time, Reverend Senate Ukenge, who preached on the topic, bringing God's people together, said God has never gathered His people and led them to go empty without giving them a message. He further stressed that the day was particularly memorable for Boys Brigade in the Benue State Council, as the week was a platform to encourage the young ones and to discourage social vice like living gay lives or engaging in secret society.
Boys Brigade is helping so much to fight this menace. The issue of secret courts, the issue of gay, we trust God that He will use their leaders to teach them with the guide of the pastor and elders of the church. We'll be able to teach them the right way to go. The Bible tells us to train up a child in the way he should go, that when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Margaret Abba, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Governor Hyacinth Alia has praised the federal government through the Nigerian police and other sister agencies for ensuring the safe release of kidnapped medical students in Benue State. The governor's praise is contained in an address Saturday while hosting members of the caretaker committee of the APC in Benue State. Emmanuel Kula has the report.
Following the dissolution of the Benue ESCO of APC by the National Working Committee of the party, a subsequent setting up of a 7-man caretaker committee to run the party, leader of the APC in Benue, Governor Hyacinth Alia, formally receives the committee in the state. Chief of Staff, Mr. Paul Biam, who earlier received the caretaker committee members in the governor's absence, presents the briefs. The governor tasked the committee to quickly ensure unity of the party, especially ahead of the forthcoming 2024 local government elections in the state. He says he is confident the Benue APC will be moving to bring peace in the party, and that the coming on board of the caretaker committee will bring relief and remove anxieties among members. With regards to the forthcoming local government elections, Reverend Father Alia invites all political parties in the state to be orderly in their conduct for violence-free polls.
I'm quite indebted to the National Working Committee of the APC and all the major stakeholders of the APC who have seen the plight of our party in the state and have made some wise judgment to have you come up to remedy the APC, to bring back peace into this great party of ours. Again, I congratulate you. We again based on the fact that going by your own profiles, which are quite tall, I've already served this party for quite a number of years, and we've been out there for the good of the state in various capacities, and I am very confident that we're going to put smiles on the faces of all the APC membership in the state. I know by our prayers as well, God is going to have you endowed. You know, it is wisdom so that you be fair, you be reasonable in all your conductions of a great party in the state.
Members of the new caretaker committee acknowledged their responsibilities and pledged to unite aggrieved members to strengthen the party.
We are also specifically mandated to unite the party by harmonizing the fraction together and proceed to conduct free and fair election within the local government election. As the leader of the party in the state, we have come to pay you this courtesy visit and to assure you that we will work with you to move this party to the next level.
Constituted to hold the party for the next 6 months, the committee has Chief Benjamin O'Malley as chairman, Professor Ben Mangwe secretary, while James Onguga, Richard Mzungwewe, Helen Agagbe, Tehemen Bea, and Francis Ada are to serve as members. Emmanuel Akula, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Governor Hyacinth Alia has charged members of the caretaker committee of his party, the All Progressives Congress APC in Benue State, to foster unity and peace among members for the development of the party and Benue State. The governor gave the charge Saturday at the Government House, Makudi, when he officially received members of the State Caretaker Committee in the state. Again, Emmanuel Akula is on standby to bring us updates.
Precisely Thursday, August 15, 2024. A total of 20 medical students of the universities of Maiduguri and Jos were ambushed and taken away by gunmen along Otukbo-Enugu Highway while on their way to the Federation of Catholic Medical and Dental Students Annual Convention in Enugu State. Governor Hyacinth Alia, who has been away from Makudi, the state capital, for days, arrives home to the cheering news of the release of these medical students. According to the governor, as briefed by the State Commissioner of Police, the successful operation is largely due to the cooperation of government with the combined team of security operatives, coordinated by the Office of the National Security Advisor and the Inspector General of Police. Governor Alia says he remains grateful to the federal government for standing by the state, again warns criminal elements operating within the state to find another base as his administration is determined to end all forms of criminality in his area. He says a peace committee has been constituted by his party to unite members for the good of the state.
I remain very grateful to the federal government for coming to our support and assistance, ensuring that no life was lost, and nothing that could have constituted bad news had happened. I attribute this to the good news of your coming on board as men of peace, those intermediaries with this fine report we received this night. It is my hope that your term of service is going to keep bringing joy to all of us in this state.
The kidnapped medical students were 4 females and 16 males. Emmanuel Akula, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Thank you, Emmanuel Akula, for bringing us that report. Benue Television News at 9 will now go for a break. We'll return. We'll bring you more updates. Please stay with us. Welcome back from that break. You're still watching Benue Television News at 9. The FCT Police Command Sunday said that following an unprovoked attack by the proscribed Islamic Movement of Nigeria, popularly known as the Shahid Group, 2 police officers were killed while 3 others sustained knife injuries and were in serious condition. Spokesman of the FCT Police Command, SP Josephine Adi, said personnel of the Nigerian Police Force attached to FCT Command at Usi Junction by traffic lights were attacked and 2 police personnel were killed, 3 left unconscious in the hospital and 3 police patrol vehicles set ablaze. Adi said the proscribed organization attacked the police checkpoint unprovoked, wielding machetes, improvised explosive devices and knives. She added that while several arrests have been effected, the Commissioner of Police FCT CP Bennett Igwe condemned the unprovoked attack on police officers. He promises to bring those involved to book. The situation is presently under control and normalcy restored. Further development will be communicated in due course as events unfolds. The Department of State Services DSS has released Adejuwon Soyinka, a former editor of the BBC Pidgin service, after detaining him for several hours at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. Soyinka, who is also the West African editor of The Conversation Africa, was arrested by DSS operatives on arrival from the UK on Sunday morning. The reason for his detention was not disclosed, but it is believed to be part of a growing crackdown on journalists in Nigeria. Initially, DSS spokesperson Peter Afunanya claimed he was not aware of Soyinka's arrest. However, he later confirmed the detention, stating that Soyinka was held at the request of another agency. The International Press Institute, IPI, Nigeria, a global network of editors, media executives, and communication experts intervened in the matter, leading to Soyinka's release. This incident is the latest in a series of attacks on journalists in Nigeria. Recall that in March, Segun Olatunji, a former editor of First News, was arrested in Lagos. In May, Daniel Ojukwu, a journalist with the Foundation for Investigative Journalism, FIJ, was detained by the police for 10 days. Also in May, Jamil Mebai, a freelance journalist, was detained by the Katsina Hisbah Religious Police. The Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center, NPF NCCC, has also detained several journalists and whistleblowers over petitions filed against them. The federal government has launched an agricultural initiative in Bayelsa State tagged the project End from the Soil. The initiative is designed to empower smallholder farmers, fish folk, agribusinesses, and coastal communities across South-South region. Speaking at the launch, the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement South-South, Honorable Gift John Bull, highlighted Bayelsa's immense potentials for large-scale rice production. The project, which aligns with President Bola Tinubu's mandates to cultivate 500,000 hectares of land, promote year-round farming, and encourage the consumption of locally grown foods, was officially flagged off in Bayelsa State on Saturday. According to him, the initiative involves the domestication of the National Women Economic Empowerment Policy, WE Policy, and the launch of the project End from the Soil, both of which are designed to integrate women into the agricultural sector and unlock the state's vast potentials. The presidential aide stressed the importance of empowering women through training, access to resources, and strategic support, stating that it will not only create jobs but also build a legacies, enhance food security, and boost the economy. We will now be joining the foreign scene for more updates, but that'll be after this break. Please stay with us. From the foreign scene, according to state media, 10 people have been killed in a landslide in northern Ethiopia's Amhara region in the latest natural disaster to strike the country. Local Administrator Tesfaye Uwukne disclosed this to newsmen Saturday. He said 4 bodies had been pulled from the mud. The report did not indicate what time the landslide occurred on Saturday in the North Gondar zone in Amhara or whether there was a search ongoing. The Amhara Media Corporation AMC said 8 people were seriously hurt in the disaster and were receiving treatment. As many as 2,400 people have been displaced by the disaster and are currently sheltered in local social institutions. It is the latest in a series of landslides that have occurred in Ethiopia as a result of heavy seasonal rains. A recent United Nations report citing the Ethiopian Meteorology Institute warned of high risks of further flooding and landslides in most parts of the country. A landslide killed 229 people and displaced thousands more when it struck a remote community in Kencho's Shacha Gozdil in southern Ethiopia in July. This month, at least 11 people perished in a landslide in southern Ethiopia in the Kawo Koisha district of Wolaita administrative zone. Authorities said there is an increased police presence in Londonderry following the murder of a woman in the city. The body of the woman, who the police have yet to identify, was found in a flat in Harvest Street Saturday. The police have said the victim, who is believed to be in her 40s to mid-60s, suffered a horrific death. According to the police investigation team, she was attacked with a weapon before a ground floor flat was set on fire. Crews from the Northern Ireland Fire and Rescue Service attended the property where the discovery was made. Chief Inspector Anthony Kelly from the Police Service of Northern Ireland said said the fact that the police can only estimate the woman's age underlines the challenges detectives face as they try to identify the victim. At this stage, the police are unable to confirm what type of weapon was used. Kelly said the victim suffered multiple injuries and believes a weapon was used during the attack. Investigating officers are asking anyone with information to get in touch with them. They are particularly keen to view any dash cam or doorbell camera footage covering the area at the time of the crime. Police said Sunday that a 26-year-old man has given himself up and confessed to a mass knife attack at a street festival in Germany. Prosecutors and Düsseldorf police said the involvement of this person is currently under intensive investigation. He is under investigation for murder, attempted murder, and membership of a foreign terrorist organization. The Islamic State group on Saturday claimed responsibility for the bloodshed, but did not immediately provide any evidence of a relationship with the attacker. 3 people were killed and another 8 injured in the city of Solingen during a festival to celebrate its 650-year history in what Chancellor Olaf Schools described as a horrific act. Officials said those killed were 2 men aged 56 and 67 and a 56-year-old woman. Police have said 4 of the injured are still in a serious condition. All of the victims were stabbed in the neck. Police described the suspect as a Syrian who arrived Germany in December 2022 after leaving the war-torn country. Police also arrested a 15-year-old boy who is alleged to have been about the attack in advance. The refugee center is located about 300 meters, 984 feet from Fraunhofer, Solingensk Central Market Square, where people were stabbed on Friday night, according to Bild. Solingen, a city famous for its steel industry, has about 160,000 inhabitants. It lies about 25 kilometers east of Düsseldorf. And that's all of our package at this morning, but before we go, here's a recap of the main stories. Clergy has discouraged Christians to lean on God, has encouraged Christians, to lean on God. We also told you that federal government has launched agri-projects in Bayelsa. And from the foreign scene, we informed you 10 have died in Ethiopia landslide. My name is Mercy Upa. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.